It's no secret that women test men, whether to evaluate a man's interest, establish his value, or simply for fun. They are always putting men through their paces due to the fact that Sigma males emanate an atmosphere of mystery and are sometimes difficult to interpret. It is really challenging for ladies to comprehend what they are. Women are frequently attracted to their enigmatical character yet are unable to attract their attention. Consequently, they frequently put Sigma to the test in order to evaluate his interest and determine his capabilities. Women want to unlock Sigma's code and convince him to relax his guard. Due to the fact that Sigma males are extremely private and autonomous, they are frequently seen as unapproachable and disinterested. This is the furthest thing from the truth. They are the greatest partners available. They are extremely supportive and devoted, understanding just when to provide space and when to be there. Here are 9 ways women test Sigma males in private. Number 1. She challenges his confidence by posing a challenge. As Sigma males are known for their unwavering confidence, some women may do this publicly, while others will do it in a more subtle manner. Frequently, women will test this by questioning their thoughts or opinions. She may also play the devil's advocate in an effort to have him reconsider his position. This may appear annoying, but it is simply a woman's technique of better knowing him. She desires to determine whether he can maintain composure under pressure. Sigma males are logical minds who can decipher a woman's tests with ease. This allows them to constantly be one step ahead, knowing what their next action should be. What women do not realize is that Sigma males take these hurdles as an opportunity to learn more about how their thoughts function and what they are thinking. For them, it's like a mental game of chess. They're constantly trying to remain one step ahead. Their brilliance and wit frequently disarm women, leaving them even more captivated. This is one of the reasons why women are naturally drawn to Sigma male. The look of men is one. However, a quick wit and sharp intellect are quite attractive. When cognitively aroused, Sigmas are in their element and radiate the most brilliance. This is where their self-assurance truly shines through. Number 2. She delivers conflicting messages. This is a typical strategy. Women used to evaluate men. They will send him conflicting messages to gauge his reaction. She may be hot one minute and chilly the next, or interested in him one day and apathetic the next. This is a woman's technique of testing a man's interest and determining how far he will go to earn her affections. Men frequently become entangled in games and begin to second-guess themselves. They may begin to question if they are doing anything incorrectly or correctly interpreting the scenario. Here, Sigma males truly shine. Frequently, they see through these games and refuse to participate. This permits them to keep their frame and focus on their objectives. They will inform her that they will not tolerate her antics, and she must either step up or stand aside. This typically causes her to become more intrigued or withdraw completely. Sigma males are in a win-win scenario regardless of the outcome. They know how to properly screen women and are not afraid to reject those who are not a suitable fit. They would never waste time pursuing someone who sends them conflicting signals. This enormous time saver allows them to devote their efforts to more productive endeavors. Number 3. She applies the quiet treatment to him. This is when she ignores him entirely and acts as if he does not exist. She may do this as a reaction to anything he said or did, or she may do it for no apparent reason. In any case, it is a method of testing. The objective is to observe his reaction and determine if he would yield to her demands. The Sigma is not the sort of man to tolerate such absurdity. He is aware that the silent treatment is a juvenile attempt to get attention. He will frequently neglect her until she becomes exhausted and leaves. In rare situations, he may even return her silence with silence. Typically, this works like a charm, and she will soon return to him groveling for forgiveness. The silent treatment is only one of many winning and playing games. Despite the fact that this game is frequently a highly effective method for women to exert control over men, it is entirely ineffective against Sigma males, who prefer their alone. They may perceive the silence as a blessing in disguise. It affords them the opportunity to unwind in solitude and quiet. Some Sigma males may even love the silence treatment since it provides them with a much-needed respite from the incessant speech of certain women. This is the time when ladies learn that the silent treatment is not as successful as they had previously believed. Number 4. She employs reverse psychology. This is another common method employed by women to evaluate guys. They will say one thing yet imply the opposite in order to see his reaction. For instance, she may tell him she is not interested in a serious relationship when she is, or she may appear indifferent in an attempt to persuade him to pursue. This is a woman's technique of testing a man's interest and determining how far he will go to earn her affections. When it comes to reverse psychology, men usually have the upper hand. They are able to see past the facade and comprehend what a lady is actually attempting to convey. This enables them to always maintain composure, regardless of the benefits for Sigma. Reverse psychology is simply another opportunity to evaluate their IQ and reading comprehension. They view it as a challenge and frequently enjoy determining a woman's true thoughts. They find it hilarious when they can see through her ploys, and they frequently smile in the face of hardship. This may be disarming to some ladies, but it simply adds to the suspense. Using reverse psychology on a Sigma male is typically ineffective, but women cannot resist the urge. Number 5. She insists on disagreeing with him on every issue. This situation is problematic. Many guys fail this test because they accept the bait and begin to quarrel with the woman. Sigma males frequently wonder if she is acting intentionally or if this is her objective. Because they like ladies with their own thoughts and independence. This frequently places individuals in a precarious position. They will listen to her viewpoint and attempt to comprehend her perspective. This does not imply that they will always agree with her, but they will at least attempt to understand her viewpoint. Obviously, Sigma quickly determines whether or not the woman is trying to cause an argument. In these situations, he will typically comply for the sake of peace and then go. This method of testing a Sigma male is typically ineffective since they are not the sort of men that are readily defensive or agitated. They are able to maintain their composure and refuse to engage in trivial disputes. In addition, they are frequently adept at calming difficult situations. If she hasn't already worked out Sigma's identity, she will shortly. He is not a somebody who is easily duped or influenced. He is able to see through her shenanigans and has the upper hand in these circumstances. Obviously, there are occasions when a woman is obstinate for the purpose of being obstinate. In some instances, the Sigma just leaves the victim to her own devices. There is no use in attempting to argue with someone who is obviously uninterested in a logical dialogue. Number 6. She conducts a test to determine if he is paying attention. This is when she attempts to determine the extent of his attention. She may make various alterations to her look or conduct to determine whether he notices. She may also drop hints about items she desires or need to see whether he recognizes them. If he does not, she will often become angry and accuse him of not giving her enough attention. The Sigma is the sort of man who is constantly vigilant. He observes every detail, even the slightest ones. This may be both positive and negative. It's a positive thing that he is always conscious of his surroundings and aware of what's happening. It is undesirable since it might occasionally make him appear worried or suspicious. Sigma males are very perceptive and frequently more analytical than other men. They are more likely to notice things that others may miss, such as a shift in conduct or a little detail that others may ignore. This is one of the reasons why they are such exceptional leaders. They have the ability to perceive the larger picture and are always aware of their surroundings. Oftentimes, Sigma males pass this examination without even realizing it since they are constantly attentive. Typically, they will notice any changes. However, this may occasionally be an issue, as she may see him as being overly watchful, making her feel uncomfortable. Number 7. She wants to determine whether he can be changed. This is when she attempts to convince him to accept her perspective. She may employ logic, reason, or emotional manipulation in an effort to influence his mind. She would typically become angry and accuse him of being stubborn or inflexible if he does not yield. The Sigma is the sort of individual that holds his beliefs firmly. He is firm in his convictions and not easily swayed. He has an open mind and is prepared to listen to the ideas of others, but ultimately he will always make his own judgments. Typically, she will attempt this test only once. If he does not yield, she will surrender. She is aware that attempting to change his views is futile. He does not intend to bite. Obviously, there are very few things she can do to alter his behavior. On rare instances, she may be able to persuade him to see things her way, but he will often stick to his guns. Number 8. Using ambiguity, she challenges his emotional commitment. This is when she is unsure whether or not she wants to be in a relationship. She may tease him and keep him on the hook to determine his level of commitment and willingness to sacrifice. He will never use coercion or attempt to persuade her to be with him. Sigma male is the sort of man who knows that if something is meant to happen, it will. He does not need to exert any force. However, he will swiftly move on if she continues to utilize this immature test after an extended period of time. He will not wait around indefinitely, nor will he put up with her shenanigans. Despite his patience, Sigma male is not a door. He recognizes his value and will not accept disrespectful treatment. Number 9. She tries his limitations. This is when she attempts to test how far he will allow her to go. She may cross the line with her words or actions to see how he reacts, or she may intentionally say or do something that will make him uncomfortable. The Sigma is aware of his own limits and will not accept being pushed. He is quite strict with his limits and will specify what is acceptable and what is not. Depending on how far she is attempting to push him, he may need to put his foot down and walk away from the situation in some circumstances. Despite the fact that Sigma men also conduct boundary testing, they do so in a different context. Whitmen typically employ it to exert control. They want to see how far they can get before he eventually stands his ground. Typically, she employs this tactic to demonstrate her authority over him, while also using it as a test. Initially, the situation develops rapidly into a game of control. If a man does not maintain his composure, the situation might rapidly deteriorate. This typically occurs with beta guys who lack the courage to assert themselves. While some alpha men may not recognize the test and respond violently, Sigma males often see through it. The Sigma is adept at handling these circumstances and will not allow her to rule him with her riches.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.